the first of the Cincinnati semis, Li Na took on Venus Williams, hoping to make a second straight final. The American was playing in her first semi-final since her comeback.
30-15.
But she found it a real struggle to serve throughout.
No need, kept it. And game 5 goes to Lee. She has the break and the lead.
Lee had won her 3 previous semi-finals this year, and she was high on confidence.
Look who's at the net. And the pressure coming from the other side this time.
At a crucial moment, Venus made 2 returns by scarcely believable margins.
The return catches the line, we're even.
But contrastingly...
Oh, a double faulting away for the 5th time in the match, and it's costly.
That allowed Lee to finally clinch the set.
Well, Lena had to work a bit harder than she thought she might have.
The result looked rather inevitable when the world number 9 made the early breakthrough.
And there's the break.
Williams had to receive treatment for an injury that was reminiscent of one she suffered early last year.
1 of 1 on break points tonight. There's triple break point for 2-all. And there it is, the backhand.
The wild card appeared refreshed and turned the set around.
And the break.
Venus won 4 of the 5 games following her medical timeout to force the decider.
Now, why not? In her 5th match this week, Venus Williams finds herself for the 4th time needing a 3rd set to decide if she moves through.
But her inspiring determination wouldn't prove enough as Lee took control.
First hold of serve and love of the night goes to Li Na.
And it was a sad sight to see Venus's serve uncharacteristically limp.
Well, that is going to leave a mark. Her 7th double fault, and the 3rd time tonight she has faulted on break point.
It led to Lee breaking rather effortlessly for an unassailable lead.
And Lee makes her pay, stepping in, big return, 5-1.
On her first match point, the Chinese woman guaranteed a 4th final of the year.
Forehand sails long, and Li Na hands Venus Williams just her 2nd 3rd set loss in 10 tries in 2012, including 3 here.
Next, it was Angelique Kerber trying to prevent it from being a repeat of the Montreal final as she faced Rogers Cup winner Petra Kvitova. But although the Czech had won 8 matches in a row, it didn't look that way early on.
She won't be happy giving up the break of serve.
Confident after beating Serena Williams in the quarters, Kerber began the far more controlled.
There's a big discrepancy, though, in the unforced errors already.
It was 20 unforced errors altogether in the first 5 games from Kvitova.
And there it is, a break it low, 5-1 lead.
And they just kept on coming.
The damage is done. It's an odd opening set.
The Czech was hoping to win back-to-back titles for the 2nd time in her career, and kept that hope alive as she became more solid at the start of the 2nd.
Well, after that dismal trip to the net on the previous point.
This time last year, Kerber was outside of the world's top 100, but that was hard to believe as she found another breakthrough. But finally, the 4th seed started to get the measure of her fellow left-hander to give herself a chance.
And she does so, and you hear her let out the exclamation, a bit of frustration.
After squandering all 7 of her break points in the first set, Kvitova classily made it 2 out of 2 in the second.
Pretty point.
And a stinging return took it to a final set shootout.
1 set will decide who faces Li Na.
7 times in 2012, Kvitova had won after losing the first set, but the forehand began to fail her once more. And after 2 successive double faults, she allowed Kerber the chance to move a break ahead.
And a break of serve as Angelique Kerber is halfway home in this set.
Kerber had lost just 1 of her 18 3-set matches before this, and that resolve returned as she edged closer to her first ever Premier 5 final. Kvitova snatched a break back, but Kerber was not to be denied.
Never reached a final prior to 2012. Well, now she's into her 4th, having won 2 titles this year.